John Ulzheimer is known as one of our nation's most recognized credit experts. Having worked for 28 years in the credit industry, John has become one of the most prolific speakers about credit and the go-to authority on answers to credit-related questions. Credit Countdown with John Ulzheimer.
Hello, my name is John Ulzheimer, and I am a consumer credit expert. I have spent time at both FICO and the credit reporting agency Equifax, and then have done decades of concurrent work with a variety of credit-related entities. And as I do these videos from time to time, a lot of them are just educational in nature, explaining how certain things work, explaining what certain things are. But from time to time, I do have to identify what I believe to be scams and frauds that some individuals or companies or attempt to perpetrate on consumers who simply don't have a deep understanding of the consumer credit environment. This video is one of those scenarios. Today I'm going to discuss the fraudulent and illegal process known as the credit repair sweep or the credit sweep. First off, let's not confuse legal with illegal. Credit repair is not illegal. Credit repair is completely legal as long as the credit repair company follows the federal and state rules, the laws that govern their particular industry. If they do so, credit repair is completely legal. Whether you choose to use a credit repair company, it's a free country, and it's your dollar. You can choose to hire any service that you want. In fact, you can hire a company to do almost anything for you that you want, period. And so a lot of people do, in fact, enlist the help of credit repair companies to attempt to get negative information removed from their credit reports. And I know a lot of credit repair company owners. They're good people. I like them. Some of them are my personal friends. There are also a lot of scumbags who own and operate credit repair companies. And it's so just buyer beware. One of the scams that some of the disreputable credit repair companies try to play on unknowing consumers is the credit sweep. Let me explain what the credit sweep is, and then let me explain why it is illegal and why it can actually land you in trouble with the law, not necessarily them. The goal of a credit repair company, this is not a secret, the goal of a credit repair company is to cause the credit reporting agencies to remove negative information from your credit reports prior to the period of time that they are required to do so. And so most negative information can remain on a credit report for 7 years. And a credit repair company tries to get the credit reporting agency to remove it immediately rather than wait for this period of time to elapse. Normally, they send letters on behalf of consumers challenging the validity of information and asking the credit reporting agencies to validate the information. So that process has been around for decades. Again, it's nothing new. Credit sweep, however, is something that's not necessarily brand new, but it is on the newer side of the spectrum, if you will. There is a federal statute called the Fair Credit Reporting Act that lays out your rights as a consumer vis-a-vis your credit reports. One of the rights that you enjoy is the right to dispute information on your credit reports that you feel is incorrect. And if you do challenge information on your credit reports, the credit reporting companies have to perform an investigation to look into your claim and to determine whether or not it's a valid claim or if the information is in fact accurate. Section 605B of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, so 605B like boy, is a section that is entitled Block of Information Resulting from Identity Theft. If you have been a legitimate victim of identity theft and some fraudster has opened credit accounts in your name, then you have the right, of course, because it's not correct, to have that information removed from your credit reports. Section 605B of the Fair Credit Reporting Act also obligates the credit reporting agencies to do two things additionally that they don't normally have to do when they remove inaccurate information. Number one is they have to remove it within 4 business days. Normally they have 30 to 45 days to complete their investigations. Once they receive all of the valid information regarding an alleged identity theft, entry, they have to remove it within 4 business days. And so obviously the time frame is much more expedited. So that's number one. Number two is that they have to block the information from ever reappearing on your credit reports again. So in other words, the lender, they have to prevent the lender from accidentally re-reporting it. So they have to A, remove it much more quickly than normal, and B, they have to block it from ever being reported again. Fraudsters have basically abused this section of the Fair Credit Reporting Act and have decided that they're going to sell a product or service to consumers to take advantage of this obligation of the credit bureaus to block information that has been caused by identity theft. And so here's their scam. Their scam is that they are going to ask you, the consumer, to pretend that you have been the victim of identity theft and that all of this negative information on your credit reports, which is entirely valid, mind you, is otherwise caused by the identity theft. That's number one. Then they're going to have you go to some sort of enforcement agency like the local police station and file a police report memorializing this fraud that took place. That is illegal. Filing a false police report is against the law. So basically, they're asking you to not only lie to the credit bureaus, but also to lie to your local authorities and file a false police report. And their game is that once you have done this, that you can send in a dispute to the credit bureaus, claim that all these things are the cause of identity theft, include a copy of what's called an identity theft report, which would include the police report, and that hopefully the credit reporting agencies would then, within 4 business days, remove all of the information from the credit report and then block it from ever reappearing, and thus sweep all of the information that's negative off of your credit report. So clearly you probably have figured out by now, and hopefully you have been able to tell that I'm being sarcastic, that there's sarcasm in my voice as I'm explaining this process. It is clearly fraudulent. It is clearly illegal. You didn't need me to tell you that filing a false police report is against the law. You didn't need me to tell you that lying to the credit reporting agencies is not only unethical, but I've actually been an expert witness in cases that have been brought against consumers who have used the U.S. mail system to defraud the credit bureaus, to have information removed from their credit reports, and then went out and got loans and defaulted on the loans, and then had criminal charges filed against them. So I've actually been involved in cases like that. And so it does happen. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. So yeah, I guess you have to weigh the pros and the cons. Do you want a clean credit report and then possibly a criminal indictment, or do you want to pay your bills on time and avoid having negative information ever hitting your credit reports in the first place? I think option B, probably the better option. I don't know. That's just me. I hope you learned something. I hope I helped you to avoid the fraudulent and illegal scam known as the credit sweep. And I appreciate your time. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I'll do my best to address them. Have a great rest of your day, y'all.
For more videos and credit tips from John Ulzheimer, go to www.tradelinesupply.com.